So right now we're on the back end of the crane that's here at Vesta, and we're actually on a ride right now. Josh is swinging a concrete bucket over to one of the shear walls right by the temple, and we're actually pouring the concrete while we're standing up on the back end of this crane. If we look this way, we're looking at the Vulcan, and we're right at the base of the Vulcan. So not many people, I guess, in their lives, much less the city of Birmingham, get to see this kind of view from up here. All right, so I guess since we last were here, Cody left us. He left yesterday. He didn't give us any kind of hug, didn't say goodbye. Well, last Wednesday, Russo drilled the last caisson. By Cody leaving, what we've done is we've immediately created all this space that people have to go to work. And so now we've got more work we can do, we've got more activities that we can plan, and getting the right materials and the right plan in place is what we're trying to do now. We're roughly at the 8th level of the tower, but we're standing in the tower crane. So we're getting ready to pour the second pour of the 7th floor. We're gonna make that pour this Thursday. Ceco's been doing a really good job for us production-wise. We've basically hit every elevated slab pour date that we've had scheduled, but for a day or two here or there. So we're maintaining our schedule on the flow of the concrete work. This slab will be ready for inspection by the city of Birmingham sometime tomorrow. And the LBYD, the structural engineer, they'll come in and look at it. And then we'll pour this thing at, pump will show up 2:30 Thursday morning, and we'll pour concrete starting at 3 o'clock. So Patronis' crew is a lively bunch. They've got a leader named, his name is Tequila, that's his nickname. But they've got a group of core guys, about 6 to 7 guys, that they don't ever complain. They're always here. If we're behind getting the deck ready for them, they always have bailed us out. We've never had to stop a pour or reschedule a pour because Patronis wasn't ready. One of their guys, Shorty, he's been a good asset to the job. He keeps everybody on their toes. You know, people look at him, they might not agree with everything that comes out of his mouth, but he's got an energy about him that is infectious. And I know me personally, when I talk to Shorty, he lifts me up. And he makes me realize is that this is important, and he wants to be here, he wants to be part of the team, and you can tell that by what he does.
I'm Evan Boyd, basically Shorty. This is what we basically got going on right here, man, is this is reinforcement. Whenever you're dealing with concrete or structurals like this, and what these PT cables are here for, see how they're already stretched out down the line? See, now they got these little waves in it right now, but the way the concrete is sitting, like at a certain elevation, the PT cables are gonna meet the rebar at that certain level. And once they get pulled, they basically go from sagging to like a whole straight line and it's pulled apart. And it just makes the concrete just stretch apart. And everything that didn't fall in place falls in place, and then it just tightens itself up, all right? This is the way I normally like to tie. Of course, you know, you're a real rod buster, you know how to make a hook because it makes it easy. So you're gonna go underneath the bar. You're gonna go under the bottom bar and over the top bar. Not a figure 8, but it's pretty like it's basically a saddle. Like if you've seen a saddle on a horse, that's basically what it is. Now, you got something that won't move. 2 sexy guys on camera, you see this? This is Tequila. This is my boss. Tequila, you're on TV basically. Funny you asked him if he's straight out of school. He does like a little baby. Look, his little whiskers start coming in now. Look at that. That's the kind of fun that we have out here, man. We're always cracking jokes, you know what I'm saying? We get out here, we bust our behind, you know, but we still out here doing our work. And man, I tell you, it's been an adventure, but you know what? Like I said, I wouldn't take it back, you know, because this right here is just something can't nobody take away from me, man. It's hard work, but you know, if you're built for it, you can do it. I'm built for it because I'm out here.
Quinn is spot on when it comes to safety. He is from the New England area, so I'm trying to smooth that edge out on him just a little bit, make him a Southern boy a little bit. But he is really critical to the day-to-day safety that's going on out there.
Yeah, my name is Quinn Hutchinson. I'm a safety manager for BL Harbert here on the Vesta project. Been here on site since January 18th of this year. Been with the company since 2003, so I've been, quite a while with them. So what we would have here is some plumbing penetrations that's coming up from the floor below. And I don't know if they're in the process of still making those penetrations with the pipe like they have over here. But in the meantime, it leaves a hazard open for anybody working down below. Somebody may kick a piece of concrete, a nut, a bolt down below, hit somebody down below off their head. Potential for injury there, and we want to avoid that at all costs. So we need to have hole covers in place. Another thing that Harbert likes to do is make sure, number one, our cable rails are taut, they're nice and tight, and also we want to flag them to make it highly visible for somebody maybe walking up to it. They don't just go right off the edge and everything. So we try to put flagging roughly about every 6 foot, and that way there it helps to identify where the leading edge is. So everything going on for y'all?
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Get it all cribbed up properly. The line's not going to drop?
Nope.
All right. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, all right?
All right.
My job out here, walking the site, keep an eye on everybody, make sure they remember to tie off, make sure they remember to hook up that chain, put on their high visibility, wear their safety glasses, things along that line. It may seem redundant, but it's a job that's important, and I do take it personally because I don't want to see any of my employees get hurt on the job.
I said, Officer Pitts, what are we gonna, what? He said, your permit's expired. I said, what does that mean? He said, no noise before 7 o'clock until you get that permit renewed. So I called Zeke, and then of course I get voicemail.
Really?
Yes.
Let's go see Zeke.
Today I got a phone call from the city of Birmingham, a detective with the city of Birmingham. He advised me that we had a permit that had expired with the traffic department, and until that permit is renewed, we cannot have any noise before 7 a.m. We have a scheduled concrete pour at 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday morning, and right now I don't know if and when we're going to pour that slab.
I got here this morning at 1:50, no traffic. We're going to pour 237 for the high rise, then we're going to go 200 plus up on the mid rise. Starting at 8 o'clock. All the south grade beams, that'll finish out south end of the mid-rise. Finish that, and then we can get our plumbers up there and start running the trunk lines.
So this is what our job site looks like at 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so the good thing is we got concrete here, we got people here. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of drama right now. And we're making the pour like we need it to. That's kind of the big picture where you got to get to is out of all that junk that you got to deal with every day, did we make the pour? So we are.
You kind of got to leave this here, go home, be at home for a little while, and then go to bed a couple hours once you get home, and then get up a few times a night with the baby, try to get it to sleep, and then you right back up, come in here. And sometimes it's hard to switch one off from the other,
So yesterday I had to go down to the city and try to get what's called a noise permit to allow us to pour concrete between 10 o'clock at night and 7 o'clock in the morning. So I went down to the city, met with them. They gave us a temporary permit to make this pour, but we've got to be able to find a permanent solution. We don't have one right now. So we're working with the city, trying to work with the neighbors over here to try to come up with a solution that makes them happy, but still allows us to pour concrete at 3 o'clock in the morning.